So Forest beat Spurs today. Nottingham Forest moved up to third in the Premier League table with a hard-fought 1-0 victory over Tottenham at the City Ground. The decisive moment came in the first half when Gibbs-White surged forward and delivered a precise pass to Elanga, who calmly finished past Forster. The hosts could have doubled their lead, but Forster denied Gibbs-White in the second half. Spurs created chances of their own, with Sells making crucial saves from Johnson and Son narrowly missing a free kick just before half-time. Forest's defence held firm, earning their 7th clean sheet of the season, which is more than any other team. Meanwhile, Tottenham remain 11th in the table, compounded by a late red card for Spence due to 2 bookings. Forest will next travel to Everton, while Spurs host Wolves. So Newcastle brushed aside Aston Villa today. The Magpies secured a dominant 3-0 victory at St. James Park, marking their 3rd consecutive Premier League win by a 3-goal margin, a first in the club's history. The game began with a bang as Anthony Gordon curled a spectacular strike into the top corner in just 80 seconds. Joelinton, Shah, and Tonali all tested Martinez as well. A potential goal for Guimaraes was ruled out for offside, but Villa's task became even harder after Duran received a straight red card for a stamp on Shah. The second half saw Newcastle capitalise on the dominance, with Murphy assisting Isak for a tap in to make it 2-0 on the hour mark. Joelinton then sealed the win in stoppage time with a composed finish. Despite more chances for Isak and Guimaraes, both of whom had goals disallowed, and Murphy hitting the crossbar, Newcastle cruised to a comfortable win. This Villa result saw them dropping to 9th in the table and it moves Newcastle up to 5th, continuing their perfect Boxing Day form. Gordon was a standout performer, with his early goal and impressive stats including 13 final third passes, 5 crosses, and 4 touches in the box. Villa's struggles on the road echo their worst run since 2017, when they were under Steve Bruce in the Championship. So Everton stole a point from City today. The match ended 1-1 at the Etihad, with Manchester City unable to break down a resilient Everton side. City took an early lead in the 14th minute, thanks to Doku's driving run and precise cross to Silva, whose deflected shot found the bottom right corner. However, Silva missed a chance to double the lead in the 33rd minute, and Everton made them pay just 3 minutes later. Doucouré's early cross from the right was met by Ndiaye, who produced a brilliant finish with the outside of his right boot to send the ball into the top right corner, restoring parity. The second half saw limited action, with City failing to capitalise on their chances. Haaland's 53rd minute penalty was saved by Pickford, marking the first time a Premier League goalkeeper has denied him from the spot. City created several opportunities in the second half but failed to capitalise. Everton defended resolutely and held on for a valuable point, keeping them in 15th place while City slipped to 7th. So Liverpool defeated Leicester City today. The Reds claimed a 3-1 victory at Anfield, though the Foxes shocked the home side with an early opener. In the 6th minute, Mavididi surged down the left wing and delivered a low cross for Ayew, who used his strength to hold off Robertson and fire past Alisson for a 1-0 lead. Leicester frustrated Liverpool for much of the first half, but the hosts came close several times, with Robertson and Salah hitting the woodwork. Finally, just before the break, Gakpo equalised with a stunning curling strike from outside the box, levelling the score at 1-1. Liverpool carried their momentum into the second half, taking the lead in the 49th minute. McAllister combined with Salah down the right before delivering a low cross for Jones, who tapped in to make it 2-1. Although Daka missed a golden opportunity for Leicester and Nunez was denied by Stolacic, Salah sealed the win in the 74th minute. After controlling a long ball from Gakpo, Salah weaved into the box and curled a classic left-footed shot into the far corner, marking his 100th Premier League home goal. The win extends Liverpool's lead at the top of the table, while Leicester dropped to 18th, deepening their relegation worries. Liverpool next face West Ham, while Leicester take on Manchester City. So Wolves beat United today. Wolverhampton Wanderers secured a 2-0 victory over Manchester United at Molineux in a game where the visitors struggled to find their rhythm. The first half ended goalless, with Wolves looking the more dangerous side. Waits came close with a long-range effort, while Strand Larsen's header was acrobatically tipped over by Onana. Matheus Cunha was the standout player in the opening period, pulling the strings in Wolves' midfield. The second half began disastrously for United as Bruno Fernandes was sent off in the 47th minute for a second yellow card. Wolves capitalised on the numerical advantage almost immediately when Strand Larsen found the net, but his goal was ruled offside. However, they eventually broke the deadlock in the 69th minute with an extraordinary Olympico goal from Cunha, whose corner curled directly into the net. United struggled to respond, with Anthony dragging an effort wide and Garnacho heading his chance over the bar. Wolves sealed the win late on when Cunha broke behind United's disorganised defence and set up Hwang Hee-chan, who finished clinically into the top corner in the 82nd minute. The 2-0 result highlighted Wolves' dominance, particularly after United went down to 10 men, while the Red Devils' defensive frailties and lack of attacking sharpness were glaring. Wolves continue to climb the table, while United's struggles deepen with this disappointing defeat. So Fulham shocked Chelsea today. The visitors secured a dramatic 2-1 victory at Stamford Bridge, with a late strike from Younes sealing all 3 points in a closely contested West London derby. Chelsea took the lead in the first half through a moment of brilliance from Cole Palmer. Receiving the ball with his back to goal, he evaded multiple defenders with a silky turn before slotting a cool finish past Leno in the 21st minute. Fulham came close to equalising before half-time, with Bassi and Jimenez creating chances, but Chelsea's Sanchez held firm. Meanwhile, Leno was outstanding in goal, denying Cucurella's diving header and producing multiple saves, including one to keep out an Enzo Fernandez effort that looked destined for the top corner early in the second half. Fulham grew into the game after the break, with Iwobi narrowly missing the top corner and Anthony Robinson testing Sanchez with a close-range shot. Their persistence paid off when Wilson's clever pass set up Lukic, who delivered a pinpoint cross to Muniz. The substitute took a touch, drew Sanchez off his line, and curled a composed finish into the net in the 90+5 minute, after Harry Wilson equalized in the 82nd minute, sending the away fans into raptures. Chelsea had opportunities to salvage a point, but Leno was sensational, making yet another crucial save to deny Enzo Fernandez late on. Fulham defended resolutely to secure a famous win, overcoming their slow start and ending Chelsea's hopes of a second consecutive clean sheet. This result leaves Fulham climbing the table, while Chelsea must regroup as they look to bounce back in their next fixture. So Arsenal narrowly beat Ipswich today, grinding out a 1-0 victory in a scrappy encounter at the Emirates Stadium. Kai Havertz scored the decisive goal in the 23rd minute, poking home from close range after a sharp assist by Trossard. The Gunners dominated the first half with 84% possession, creating chances while keeping Ipswich pinned in the defensive third. Jesus thought he had doubled the lead with an audacious finish from an acute angle, but it was ruled out for offside. Despite their control, Arsenal missed opportunities to put the game to bed. Gabriel squandered a golden chance, heading wide from close range, while Odegaard and Rice saw their efforts denied by Ipswich's resolute defence, with Murrick making key saves and O'Shea producing a crucial block. Ipswich, meanwhile, struggled to threaten Arsenal's backline, and they remained largely untested as the visitors managed only a few speculative crosses. The win moved Arsenal back up to second in the Premier League table, while Ipswich will aim to recover in their upcoming clash against Chelsea, and Arteta's side will now turn their focus to Brentford on January 1st. So Brighton and Brentford shared the spoils today in a goalless draw at the Amex Stadium, with neither side able to capitalise on their chances despite a combined 32 attempts. Brighton dominated the first half, coming closest when Nsisso's curling shot struck the post. Flecken, Brentford's goalkeeper, was outstanding before being forced off due to injury, making crucial saves to deny Balaba's low strike and Nsisso's header. Brentford thought they had taken the lead when Wissa found the net, but VAR ruled the goal out for offside, leaving the visitors frustrated. The Seagulls pressed hard through Mitoma and Balaba, but Brentford's replacement goalkeeper, Valdemarson, and a resolute backline ensured the game ended without a breakthrough. This result sees Brighton in 10th and Brentford just below them. Brighton now faces tough fixtures against Aston Villa and Arsenal, while Brentford will look to bounce back in upcoming clashes with Arsenal and Southampton. So this was my trash Premier League predictions, and here are the actual results. As you can see, I got 2 right this time, the Liverpool-Leicester game and the Saints-West Ham game. This was my predicted table, and this is the actual table. Check out my YouTube for more content.